Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all having a great day and that you are all doing well. The Stock Exchange of Thailand, or the SET, has confirmed it's building a digital asset platform that it expects to go live next year. This ties almost directly into a video that I made a couple of days ago where we had news that the Thai Stock Exchange was apparently thinking of potentially releasing a cryptocurrency exchange, and I said, when you announce news like that as a stock exchange, you're pretty much working up towards it, but now this appears to be confirmed. Saying it is ready for digital transformation, the SET announced Wednesday that it will work closely and collectively with all stakeholders in the country's capital market to build a new ecosystem that would support digital assets. Pakorn Pitawachai, president of the SET, said that the exchange's 3-year strategic plan for 2019 to 2021 would focus on developing a digital infrastructure platform and a one-stop digital capital market as opposed to one-stop shop. Anyway, the institution added that the move is aimed to make investors' experience faster and more convenient, as well as opening up new investment opportunities. In the third quarter of 2019, Thailand's capital market will see a real transformation in 2 areas, the SEC said. Firstly, there will be full digitization of infrastructure, including paperless account opening process, electronic payment of stamp duty and direct debit registration processes. Secondly, to access more investment opportunities, the exchange Fund Connect mutual fund platform, which is currently connected to 19 asset management firms in Thailand, will be linked with Vestama, a global fund processing platform operated by Clearstream. The most important part of this is, once again, to throw more on top of what I've been saying before. This is yet another stock exchange around the world who is going to be opening up their doors to digital assets. We know that they're probably going to be digitizing a large amount of their probably everything that's on their platform, everything that is considered a security, which is pretty much everything that's probably on their platform. But you once again see where all of this is going. I still am confused how anyone in their right logical mind could have doubt that crypto isn't going to make it when just about every single major stock exchange around the world has announced that they're going to be listing cryptocurrencies onto their platform. You have to all understand where this is going. The only thing that we don't know yet is exactly what they're going to be launching. Like I said, they're probably going to be digitizing everything that's already on their platform, but as far as which cryptocurrencies that we talk about on a daily basis are going to be on there, we still do not know. However, I would go out on a limb and say it is probably going to be the big 3. And then after that, you probably may have some Litecoin and some other random coins. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, Bloomberg has been in the news a lot lately. Bloomberg says that the surge of Binance Coin in 2019 echoes Bitcoin glory days. Binance Coin has rallied 152% over the last 3 months, from $6 to $15.18 at the time of publishing. According to CoinMarketCap, that's the price for that they had. Managing partner at crypto hedge fund Multicoin Capital says Binance is the best executing team in crypto. We expect to hold them for the foreseeable future. Bloomberg also asked Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao on whether BNB is a security, due to the fact that Binance spends some of its profits each quarter to buy back and burn coins, because this is typically what happens. I mean, they don't, okay. Normally in the traditional finance world, what sometimes happens is that it can be an enormous amount of things, but sometimes you'll see companies buying back their own stock. For whatever reason, they might be doing it. We're not going to get into all the discussions as to why it might happen. However, Binance Coin is doing the exact same thing with their cryptocurrency. I think there's 100 million or 200 million Binance Coin that are supposed to have been released, but every single quarter, I think they plan on doing this over the next 10 years. I think they buy back around like 15-20%. I can't remember the exact amounts that's actually out there, and then they burn these coins to destroy them, air quotes. They are no longer usable. Binance is becoming something that I didn't really expect. Like, they're becoming I want to say the Amazon. It's still a bit too early to talk about who's going to make it over the next 10 years, who's still going to be here. But a lot of people, especially when you listen to podcasts and stuff like that, the way that they talk about Binance Coin, Binance Chain, Binance Decentralized Exchange, and the usage of the actual Binance Coin token on multiple platforms and other cryptocurrency exchanges listing it is slowly becoming like the first blue chip company, if you kind of want to say that, in the cryptocurrency space. Is very interesting, and I think Coinbase could have had the chance to do this before, but as we all know, there is no Coinbase coin yet. But Binance is really, I want to say, they're turning heads. It's very interesting how they've developed. They came out of nowhere. They've taken first place. They're not letting go of first place, and they keep on. I don't know. It's very fascinating exactly how Binance is evolving in all of this. Next up, Digital Currency Group and Polychain Capital have become the latest high-profile investors in... See, I didn't even have an excuse. Like, I didn't just wake up, so I have no excuse why I'm talking weird. The latest high-profile investors in the physically delivered crypto futures exchange known as CoinFlex. CoinFlex presents itself as the world's first physically delivered cryptocurrency futures exchange. According to a press release, the platform has managed to attract 2 more high-profile investors in the face of Barry Silbert's Digital Currency Group and Polychain Capital. They have joined a consortium of other investors in the project, including Dragonfly Capital Partners, Roger Ver, and Trading Technologies. Per the same release, the platform also introduced its very own FlexCoin, a token designed to promote liquidity and to reward early trading activity. According to the announcement, traders will receive a certain amount of Flex, proportional to the volume they trade and relative to the total daily volume on the exchange. Speaking on the matter was Mark Lamb, CEO at CoinFlex, who said, "With FlexCoin, we want to reward early traders to the platform and build loyalty using a shared exchange coin. We have a growing set of high-profile backers, a clear roadmap for delivery, and are moving closer to our goal of helping crypto futures trading achieve its full potential." So as of right now, according to what they're saying, it appears that this may be the first, they say, physically delivered cryptocurrency futures that's actually on the market. When you go to their website over here, it appears that they are from what I can tell by briefly skimming over their website, it appears that you will have Bitcoin and stablecoin futures. I can't really tell exactly which stablecoins. I didn't feel like signing up for the website, just going to be completely honest. Yeah, here's the actual website for them. This is not me promoting this or telling you to join it. I'm just kind of, the physically delivered cryptocurrency futures thing has been major news for about 2 years right now, and the fact that apparently there is one out there is very significant news, because this is something that the market apparently has been waiting for. We've been waiting for this thing to kind of drop, and lo and behold, we have CoinFlex over here who already has it. And then if you go over here, not surprising at all, but the groupings is a little weird. For those who are not looking at the screen, the prohibited countries, those who cannot use CoinFlex, are the US, Canada, Singapore, Cuba, Iran, Syria, Sudan, and North Korea. And it says any other countries that are restricted from trading on our platform are prohibited from holding positions or entering contracts at CoinFlex, which apparently it's like, I forgot what Flex stands for. It's like future letting exchange equipment. That's not it at all. I'm butchering the name. Anyway, so yeah, apparently we have a physically delivered Bitcoin and stablecoin futures market already out there. If you even read somewhere over here as you flow down the actual article, it says it's back to lagging behind. No, I don't really think so. I have a very strong feeling that the New York Stock Exchange is probably doing exactly what needs to be done in order to get this entire ball rolling. But what I always figure is kind of weird is that the cryptocurrency space, and I guess to a larger extent, you'll hear people in traditional finance screaming from the top of mountains that we need X, Y, and Z to happen. This has to happen in order for crypto to move. We need this to happen in the cryptocurrency space. And then we finally get it. We get another company who actually ends up launching exactly what everyone says that we needed. And then the prices don't go anywhere. I still have my own opinions as far as when the New York Stock Exchange is going to launch all of this. They're probably not going to be putting their own neck on the line, i.e. when they launch it, they're going to make sure that prices actually move, because the last thing that they really probably want, in my opinion, is to launch is for the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ to really say, yeah, we're going to, jump off this cliff. We're going to start listing these cryptocurrencies that are barely 10 years old, and then the market starts going back down. I don't know what they're going to do, but it is fairly clear that something is going to happen. Anyway, let's move on. Probably one of the most obvious news that if you've been in crypto for longer than a year, you should have definitely seen this coming. Tether caused another round of disturbances in the cryptocurrency space by altering the wording on its terms of service. While previous formulations held that all USDT, that is the Tether token, were backed by fiat reserves, that is paper money, this time the nature of the backing is extended to include forms of debt and cash-like assets. The site states that all Tethers are 100% backed by Tether's reserves. The company has extended the meaning of reserves, however, to include additional financial instruments. Per the renewed website, they say, and I do quote, "Every Tether is always 100% backed by our reserves, which include traditional currency and cash equivalents, and from time to time may include other assets and receivables from loans made by Tether to third parties, which may include affiliated entities collectively or reserves." In the past, the Tether treasury has been accused of minting or creating Tether out of thin air. Despite the circumstantial evidence of bank reserves, so far no audit has been completed for a USDT stablecoin. This time, the cryptocurrency community sees the behavior of Tether as an attempt to perform a form of home-growing fractional security banking, which is exactly what they are doing. For those who have, like I said, if you haven't been here for a year, or you just have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a stablecoin. The first stablecoin that we ever had is called Tether, USDT. They appeared sometime randomly around, I want to say 2016, maybe 2017. They became known more in 2017, where they launched and they had, I think, a couple 100 million coins out there, which means that for every 100 million coins that they had, they said that they had $1 United States dollar to back up the Tether that they created. Randomly throughout 2017, we started having huge bumps in the amount of Tether that were actually out there. And for some reason, overnight, we'd have an additional 200 million Tether, not 200,000, not 20,000, but 200 million Tether that would have appeared overnight. The cryptocurrency overall market capitalization would have jumped up, of course, because an additional $200 million had been pumped into it. The controversy loan was because that the people from, rather, the assumption is that every single time that more Tether were printed, the Bitcoin price would go up. And we saw this in many other charts throughout 2018. Don't have them on here. Not going to show them. Not really that. I mean, not to say that they're not important. The idea was that the people who were making Tether were simply printing some of it and buying up every single time they did this around $200 million worth of Bitcoin, which would then cause the Bitcoin price to go up. It wouldn't have been a problem if they hadn't gone from around $300 million in Tether to around $2.8 billion in Tether. People couldn't account for all this Tether. Where's all this Tether coming from? They had companies who came into apparently the Tether offices. I don't know exactly where they would have that. And they said, let us do an audit. Let's see exactly what your computers have. If you have nothing to hide, just show us. 3 different companies tried to do it. Tether kept on saying no. One of the companies Tether said was far too invasive. Why do they want to know so much? It's because you have a cryptocurrency that randomly has $2.8 billion behind it. Someone called them out in 2018. Randomly, all of a sudden, their $2.8 billion of Tether became $1.7 billion overnight. Kind of weird that somebody would pull out $1.1 billion from your cryptocurrency. So what we have right now is that up until like a couple of minutes ago, Tether had claimed that they held $1 United States dollar for every single Tether that was out there. Lo and behold, now they have changed their terms of service to now say, we don't have all the US dollars, but we might have some gold, we might have some silver, we might have some debt that we're loaning out to other people. We may have some other things that could collectively amount to the amount of Tether that we have out there. A lot of people in the cryptocurrency space don't like Tether. Tether's like a mini, in my opinion, Tether's like a mini BitConnect, Mt. Gox type thing. It's like a really weird, everyone else has learned how to play by the rules, but for some reason, Tether keeps rearing their head back into the cryptocurrency news, and it's never good news. It's never like, someone legitimate has joined with Tether. It's always something a little fishy or weird, especially like this. part of the problem is that Tether is actually the most used stablecoin that we have right now. When we get to the prices, I'll show you guys. It's the most well-known name, and this is why you see so many other stablecoins who are trying to launch. They're trying to push Tether out of the way because Tether is... I said this in 2017 and 18, and people called me a fudster. I said Tether's probably not real. You don't go for... I understand that the crypto hype was real. I understood that the cryptocurrency space was definitely had a lot of big players and big money getting into it. But you don't go from 200 million to almost $3 billion over the course of like 4 or 5 months. It just kind of anyway, the point is, besides being pessimistic about this information, a lot of people are actually hoping or are more optimistic that Tether could in fact be fake, that this could be the beginning of the end for Tether, their words, not mine, and that the other stable coins in the market could then start picking up the slack for what Tether is losing, is causing, because it's just another smear on the crypto sphere's face. We don't need things like this, or we don't need any controversy kind of floating around our heads. That's kind of the way that I can put it. To kind of finish things off, we had news yesterday that the CBOE, that is the Chicago something, I should know that. The CBOE announced that they were going to be stopping their... There we go. Anyway, point is, they were announcing that they were going to stop their Bitcoin futures, and that was kind of like a big thing. It's really weird that CBOE was going to stop their Bitcoin futures that no one really wanted in the first place, and CME has announced that there's going to be no change to their Bitcoin futures plans, that they're going to continue on with it, because we had a chart yesterday, and it's not even in this thing. There was a chart yesterday that pretty much shows that CME is actually dominating the unphysical Bitcoin futures landscape, and CBOE is not doing too well. I think there was also something yesterday from the CBOE where they said that they would not be continuing, but they think that they might potentially sometime in the future reignite or restart their Bitcoin futures plans, because everybody wants to make money. So at some point they're going to jump back in. But yeah, prices are, at least at the moment, time of me making this video, prices are going up. Bitcoin just passed by 4,000. It was very nice to see. I hope it's sustainable. It's kind of weird because we are almost said we're in the future. We are kind of. We are on the weekend. In the weekend? At the weekend? It is the weekend. And typically, prices go up like Friday evening, and then around Saturday, Sunday, they kind of falter a little bit, and then we kind of have that Monday jump back up. However, prices are going up this weekend. I hope that in part it's because of the Tether news. I hope it's because of the ending of the other Bitcoin futures news. It could be a tiny bit because we now have a physically delivered Bitcoin futures contracts through CoinFlex. It could be a lot of things, but it's kind of nice to see that Bitcoin has finally shot past 4,000. I think the big number that everyone keeps saying is that I think it's 4,200, 4,500, 5,000, obviously. And then I think 6,000, according to analysts, is the number that we need to show that we are in a reversal trend at the beginning or the cusp of a bull market. Let's hope that we get there. For some reason, never in the news, you never hear about it, no one's using it. Bitcoin Cash, I don't know who's pumping that coin. They do it so well, and it's very, very sad because so many people are going to get caught in that trap. Think about the last time you heard the word, or me say, or even there being news anywhere about Bitcoin Cash, and then put that into your head and think, why would Bitcoin Cash have a 16% rise up in price? Where is the other one? Nope, Cardano's not even doing as well as I thought it would be. People are now speculating on the next coins that are going to be on Coinbase, and everyone is thinking, people are saying that since we already have Lumens on there, that Cardano could be the next one. I don't think Coinbase ever really announced that they were going to list EOS, so that might be a little bit of a ways away. No other coins I think are doing exceptionally well. I think everyone is just pumping simply because Bitcoin has finally passed by whatever Holochain is doing, passed by the $4,000 mark. Alrighty, everyone, that is definitely going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope that you I hope that you are all having a great day, a great morning, great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. People were saying that my video yesterday cut off too early. I have no idea how that happened. I usually, after I say my send off, I usually wait around 3 seconds and then I stop the video. So I have no idea how it got cut off early. it's kind of weird. So I'll make sure to hold off a couple of seconds extra just in case so that everyone can hear me say goodbye. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. They are Vlad the Impaler, Gil Boa Snake, Rai, Brady Niels, Arthur Yaku, L. Doug, Professor Wally from Gunbot University, Nick Mangialavori, Travis Haynes, Yasha Harari, Anthony Charles, Nick Kanaya, singer, songwriter, Mike Savitz, Wise Night Owl, Joey Carafa, Crypto Joe, Jim Gardner, Jared Schneider, Jeremy Fox, Amy Starsheen, I have to sneeze and I'm trying to hold it in, Richie Rich III, Jeffrey Ramsey, Cody, Carl Birchenoff, Paxis, Jeffrey Dam, Nicholas, One Earth, One Piece, One Love, Setsuna, Minting Coins, Crypnotic, and RF Dusty. Thank you all very, very much for your patronage. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. See you.